match here, there is a lot of personal history in this match.
Absolutely.
And I quit. An I quit match might be the only thing that's going to settle the feud between these two men. Dorian Webbers, a man actually lost, suffered his very first loss against Vic Craig back in August last year, has refused to accept that he has lost. He has gotten lawyers involved, he has gotten petitions involved. He will not accept that he's lost, but if he can make Vic Craig say, I quit, I mean, he maybe has a point. Maybe he didn't. Dorian Webbers, he wanted this match. He wanted an I quit match. But against Vic Craig.
Yeah, well, I've never said Dorian Webbers was the sharpest tool in the box.
If you can make a man like this say I quit, then you have earned your win. Vic Craig. Here, I don't think I have ever seen him tap out. I have certainly never seen him say that he quits anything in his life.
Vic Craig showing those children the same love I showed them earlier.
Around his waist, around his shoulder there. A belt wrapped in barbed wire says it all. The New Zealand Deathmatch Championship. Rugged Vic Craig says his matches are violence for the sake of violence. And I bet Vic Craig has got to be cherishing a match like this. The disrespect that Dorian has been showing him over the last couple of months, refusing to acknowledge his win. If he can make a man like Dorian, who has been taunting him since August, say the words, I quit, that's got to be the sweetest victory.
Absolutely. But you got to wonder if Dorian Webbers able to pull it out somehow.
Well, if Dorian asks for I quit,
and I don't know if that's the wisest idea there, Dorian.
I have felt the sting of that blade. It's not pleasant.
Well, he's putting it under the ring.
I mean, if Dorian's challenged rugged Vic Craig, of all people.
Before we start punching each other, I want to know that when he's half unconscious on the ground, bleeding, that even his two brain cells know the two words he needs to say. So ask him that.
Oh.
That's a fair question.
Do you know the words?
I suspect he may not know.
I don't think the words I quit are in rugged Vic Craig's vocabulary.
I think there are a lot of words that aren't in rugged Vic Craig's vocabulary anymore. He likes to drink a lot of beer, and that has an effect.
I've seen the man get hit in the head a lot of times. I've hit him in the head myself.
Yeah, you and rugged Vic Craig have a long history of hitting each other in the head.
Yeah, I may have beaten those words out of his head. I don't know what Dorian's trying to prove here. He is just taunting rugged Vic Craig. But I tell you what, if he's asked rugged Vic Craig for a match like this, he's got to have a tactic. I wouldn't shortchange Dorian Webbers in this match. He's smarter than you get credit for.
Man. Dorian Webbers.
Does Dorian Webbers think he's won the match?
He does.
Well, I mean, I guess he tricked rugged Vic Craig into saying I quit, but the match hasn't started yet. We haven't rung the bell.
No, we haven't. I'm looking at the bell, it remains unrung.
I mean, it was a good plan, but the execution might have been faulty. But Vic Craig does not see it that way, or maybe he does and this match is over. But I think that scream from backstage told us that he doesn't see it this way.
Well, something's going on out there. Oh, they're back.
Vic Craig has suffered months of insults and disrespect from Dorian Webbers. I think we're about to see all of that come to fruition.
Oh, flying
right
shoulder
now.
tackle. And a kip up from the ultra-athletic Vic Craig.
I'll tell you what, don't let his look and his attitude and his way of wrestling surprise you. Vic Craig is surprisingly athletic. If he wants to move, he will move. And I think a lot of people underestimate this man's wrestling ability just because he chooses to use weapons and bleed. But he is a smart wrestler.
And he's once again pointing out that the spelling is wrong on that sign, I believe.
Yeah, and I mean, fair enough. How's the kid going to learn if it's not pointed out? Oh, Vic Craig calling his shot here. Is he planning on throwing Dorian Webbers into the chairs?
No.
And Vic Craig.
Classic Craig.
But not only taunting the fans, Dorian's got to be bracing to be thrown into the chairs at that point and back in the ring. That's got to be disorientating. But not disorientating enough then. Dorian Webbers.
That was smart.
Crotching Vic Craig with the ropes.
Deathmatch wrestler or not, that's going to slow you down.
I mean, Dorian's seen Vic Craig wrestle before.
Oh!
He's wrestled him before. He knows his tactics. He knows his antics. Maybe Dorian is a little more prepared than we're giving him credit for. He seems to have rugged Vic Craig's off a step right now.
Dorian Webbers is one of the most improved wrestlers that we've seen in quite some time in New Zealand wrestling.
Well, he is. I remember him debuting a number of years ago. He seemed tentative, and now look at him. Looks gorgeous. Throws one hell of a super kick, one hell of a chop. The man can go when he wants to go. I think at the moment, though, he's a little distracted by his antics and his lawyers and his nonsense trying to deny a loss.
Oh, maybe he needs a manager.
Oh, maybe he needs a new hand after that. And Vic Craig telling you, if you want to chop me, I will chop you.
Oh, going for the suplex, but...
Right, maybe trying to suplex each other here. Going back and forth, countering each other's suplexes. Both of these men very, very evenly matched.
Both fighting off the suplex.
I mean, both of these men are extremely experienced. They know a counter to a move as basic as a suplex. But rugged Vic Craig, almost with a brainbuster.
Yeah, it was high on those shoulders of Dorian Webbers.
On the shoulders and the rest of the back of his head. Oh, but Dorian is still in it. Rugged, you're going to have to do more to put a man like Dorian down. Don't underestimate him. Dorian Webbers was undefeated for over 2 years, so don't let his antics and his flamboyant attitude, the silliness, take away from anything. The man knows how to wrestle and he knows how to get a win.
Well, he's still undefeated if you ask him.
Well, if you ask him, he's been undefeated for 3 years now.
Yeah.
But taking advantage of the rules here. If he wants to choke the hell out of Vic Craig on the ropes, he can choke the hell out of Vic Craig.
Yep. It's a variation of a dragon sleeper, or...
Oh, and a chop right to his stomach, driving Vic Craig's back of Vic Craig's head right into the man.
Yeah, kind of a combination chop, reverse DDT, and now Weber's looking under the ring for something.
He's clearly got something in mind.
Some kind of plunder.
As I said, the man... Jumper cable. What is that? Is that jumper cables?
It is jumper cables.
What the hell are you going to do with jumper cables?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe...
Vic Craig looks like the kind of guy whose car might need them after the show, but
well, if
I don't think that's what he's intending on.
I mean, maybe he knows someone's left their lights on in the car park or something.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Dorian's... Oh! Dorian showing that this is a... We get the point, Dorian. That is a live battery. What are you doing?
See, that's why I had a fire extinguisher handy earlier.
You thought that out well. You planned that well. You must have seen the battery. Fire safety AJ.
That's what they call me out there on the street.
Oh, but a vicious uppercut from
European
Vic Craig.
uppercut. But all seriousness, jumper cables is taking this to a different level.
And I mean, maybe this is why Hughes Academy is not sanctioning this match. seeing the violence that we're going to see with jumper cables, a live jumper cable. Oh, but Vic Craig, that barbed wire covered title belt. What has he got planned for this? And I've held that belt before, not as champion. It is sharp, it is dangerous. It's cut me before.
Oh, and he's just grinded that barbed wire into the face of Webber.
Barbs of the barbed wire across Dorian Webber's face. I tell you what, Dorian, you should probably start thinking about it.
Well, this is Lance, you know what it's like to be cut open by Vic Craig. It is not a fun experience.
If Vic Craig wants you to bleed, you will bleed. Dorian Webber maybe smartly putting some distance between Vic Craig and that barbed wire.
Yeah.
Using his wrestling ability, modified octopus stretch maybe. That modification of that stretch putting a lot of pressure on the traps and then the side of the neck of Vic Craig, but also on the abdominal side as well. Your entire left side of his body has got to be in agony right now.
I'm going to quit.
I tell you what, if I was in that hold, I'd be thinking about it.
Well, it looks to be that Craig is fighting out. There's Webber in the corner. And
a double drop kick right into the corner. Vic Craig moving a bit slower, but he's trying to stay on top of Dorian Webber right now. Lining up Dorian Webber for something. Oh, but Dorian saw it coming a mile off. Vicious forearms. And a back elbow from Dorian, but Vic Craig still standing. I don't know what Dorian's got planned. Oh, right!
Just throws him literally off the apron.
Right onto that concrete floor. I mean, that takes the wind out of you. Whatever landed on that floor first, that's got to hurt like hell. It bends bones, it bends limbs. And right into that ring post.
Ring post.
Which is
the hardest part of the ring. Thank you. My goodness, great minds think alike. Oh, and again down. As you're saying, there is a very thin layer of wood on this floor, but underneath that, it's concrete. You're right.
It's essentially a concrete floor. This isn't like the wrestling ring, which is hard enough as it is.
And
but Dorian, maybe
a little bit too close to us.
Hopefully not coming over this way. But Dorian Vic Craig clearly have something in mind, going into a storage cupboard. I don't know what is Dorian's got planned.
Doing?
All the electrical cables are over here, Dorian. Unplug us, please. Oh. No, we're still good. And I can't see exactly what's happening here, but judge what I can see, it looks like someone's trying to ram the door into someone's head. I can only imagine from the thudding and the slamming that we can hear from that storage
I think
closet.
our cameras are kidding it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do a quick roving report.
Oh, but they've come out behind the side of the storage closet. Dorian Webber flying across the floor, thrown by Vic Craig. It looks like whatever happened in that storage closet, Vic Craig got the upper hand of it.
Absolutely. It certainly wouldn't have been 7 minutes in heaven, I don't think.
You beat me to that one.
He's standing on Dorian Webber's throat, choking him out.
Not only is it a vicious move.
Double underhook here.
Oh no, Vic Craig's got a lot of things he can do from this one. Yeah. Dorian Webber has scouted it. He is fighting his way off. Oh, and a back body drop to the concrete floor. Oh my God, that's going to knock the wind out of Vic Craig.
Did you hear that thud?
I could feel that thud through the floor from here.
Flesh and spine.
I tell you what, if it's on the news tonight that there was something on the Richter scale, we know what it was.
Yeah. I think that was the Victor scale. So, go on, I'll be here all night. Oh, these forearms
rugged and fighting back from Dorian Webber, driving him right into that wooden load-bearing pole.
Yes.
Dorian there, clutching his shoulder, clutching his wrist. That shoulder that just impacted straight into the side of that wooden. And Vic Craig, violence for the sake of violence, is just going to choke Dorian with a piece of rope.
Yep, taking him on a tour of the ringside area.
If he's still conscious after getting choked out like this, and a vicious chop there.
Yeah, just chops after chops here, and Craig looks like getting closer to the ring, but who knows what he's got in mind.
And the beauty of an I Quit match like this, you don't have to say I quit in the ring. It could be anywhere in this building or outside of it.
Well, Dorian Webbers says no. His referee Dan Wood asks him if he wants to say those two words.
Vic Craig trying to muscle Dorian back into the ring. Dorian's maybe trying to fight Vic Craig off a little bit.
Oh, I'd be trying to fight Vic Craig off a little bit too.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, here we go.
We've seen this move before, the Harvest.
No, but...
Oh, Dorian has also seen it before. Slingshotting Vic Craig's throat across the top rope. And what is Dorian?
He's got handcuffs.
What has Dorian got planned here with handcuffs?
I don't want to know. Dorian Webbers with handcuffs on a Saturday night does not sound like my idea of a good time. There's Vic Craig. Oh,
Vic Craig
fighting it off.
He might have seen those handcuffs as well, because that boot to the face had some malice behind it.
That boot may have broken some teeth.
I don't know what Vic Craig's doing at the moment, stashing something back in his trousers. I don't know if that was the handcuffs.
I'm not sure.
But Vic Craig calling the referee. Ask for it.
That's right, Vic Craig claiming someone said yes, but it has to specifically be the words, I quit.
Unfortunately, the fans can't quit for Dorian.
No.
Oh, but Vic Craig
not again.
Setting the double underhook. Dorian trying to fight it off there, get his left arm underneath him.
Seems to be having some success. And
Vic Craig normally hits a vicious... Oh, and a sidewalk straight into the second hardest part of the ring, the corner.
Right on the corner of the apron there, you're right.
But the corner of that apron, right into the spine of Vic Craig.
Now he's got the... choking him on the rope, or trying to.
He's trying to choke, use his beard maybe to get some leverage. Choking Vic Craig out. And I don't know if you've been choked out like that, AJ, but the vision starts to go black very quickly.
Oh, it does.
But these men exchanging strikes with each other.
And on that apron.
And I tell you what, I've wrestled both of these men and I don't want to take strikes from either of them. But Vic Craig is on another level when he wants to get into these no-rule matches. And maybe we're seeing another level here from Dorian Webbers.
Just knocking him up.
Almost a tie push kick. Vic Craig straight into the corner of that ring post.
And the fans seem to be rearranging the furniture preemptively out of fear of being pummeled by a wrestler.
I mean, if the fans don't do it, Vic Craig or Dorian Webbers will.
And Webbers putting...
Vic Craig noticeably slower at the moment.
Yeah, this is kind of a shock.
This is a shock. Seeing the back of his head slam right into that ring apron might have stunned Vic Craig. And now Dorian again. Nice and simple tactics. Choking the man out. Choking him against that... Vic Craig's got the handcuffs.
Oh, no.
I think he's just got the best of Dorian. What the... Vic Craig hit those handcuffs in his pants. He's just handcuffed Dorian Webbers to the top rope.
There we go.
I would not want to be in Dorian Webbers' shoes right now. Rugged. If you are defenseless against a man like Rugged Vic Craig, Dorian, you might want to quit. You might want to quit, Dorian. Nothing good can come of this if you can't defend yourself.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Vic Craig has the...
Vic Craig. Vic Craig has got evil intentions.
No.
What are you doing, you sick man?
Not down the trunk.
Oh no, you sick son of... What are you doing? And Dorian Webbers just quit! Dorian Webbers quit! Vic Craig Craig has threatened him into saying the words "I quit." Dorian Webbers denied losing matches before, but there's no way he can deny this one.
No, that's absolutely right. He's still being tortured by Craig.
And as Vic Craig has said many times before, violence for the sake of violence.
Absolutely.
And Vic Craig, a serious and very dangerous man, getting his trademark saw blade.
Just don't know if he's
Oh no! Come on, you won the match. Leave him alone. You've made your point.
No. Make more points.
You've made your point. I have felt this before. This is dangerous. Vic Craig, no, he's defenseless.
That was great.
When Vic Craig did that to me, I needed stitches. I couldn't see through the blood. And a defenseless Dorian Webbers.
I've got to ask, how are we going to get Dorian Webbers off of the ropes?
That's a fair point. I hope he brought his keys.
Referee Dan reaching into the trunks for the keys.
Dan is a tougher man than I am doing that.
Yeah, much braver.
And Dorian, body has got to be aching. The bruises, but nothing's going to hurt worse than saying the words "I quit" where you claim you're undefeated.